So this is a tree that's out on the street, just near our house, just outside our house. It's out on the street though, but it's a tree that both the living room window and my study window, it kind of looks out onto where this tree is. So I often look at this tree, and I don't know when it was. It was here when we arrived here 5 years ago, planted by the council. It's not a very big tree, and so whenever they planted it, they put in this post here with it. But one of the things I noticed is that the post has got very loose, and it's supposed to be supporting the tree, but actually the tree now is firmer than the post is. But I thought it was raining there, but I've actually shaken the wet leaves on top of me. But the post, I keep thinking I must come with a big sledgehammer and maybe bang in the post and make it a bit more secure. But actually, in all the storms that we've had lots of storms in January, February. There seemed to be a storm every weekend. And in previous years, I've seen this tree in lots of storms, and it's never ever even thought about blowing down. You can see it's still standing straight. And so I don't really know whether to tighten this up or not, because I think it doesn't really need the stake. And here's another thing about trees. Did you know that very often in March is a time when there's storms, when there's winds in March? There's a saying, March comes in like a lion, out like a lamb. And those storms in February and March apparently are really important for trees, because that's just the time that the tree's beginning to wake up after its winter sleep, you know, and just before it starts producing leaves. And when it's windy in that very early springtime, obviously it shakes the tree, and what that does is encourages the tree to grow more roots and to grow them quickly. And so every time there's wind, it actually strengthens the roots of the tree and makes the tree better able to withstand wind. And I was just thinking about that. I was looking out at this tree out the window again yesterday while I was working at my computer, and just thinking about that. You know, we're going through this time of COVID-19, and it's a difficult time. It might feel like a storm for lots of us. You know, it might just feel like a storm because we're at home and we're bored and we're fed up. Or for others, it feels like a storm because we work in a hospital and it's a bit dangerous maybe, or or it's really, really busy. Or others, it feels like a storm because we've lost our job and we're concerned, and lots of different reasons why this feels like a storm. Well, you know, when a storm comes, when trees feel a storm, it encourages them to grow better roots. And so maybe that's just a wee reminder that in this time of storm, let's use it to try and grow better roots, stronger roots in God. Let's use this storm to really come to God and to pray and to trust in Him more with our lives, as all the other things in our lives are different and uncertain at this time. You know, just like that Psalm 46 talks about the Lord as my refuge and its strength, and talks about a big storm. Well, a bit like that. Just like the tree, when it hits a storm, it encourages it to grow deeper roots. Let's use this storm to grow deeper roots in Jesus.